32 weeks. It took 32 weeks to get here, and now phase one is finally done. And hello everyone, and welcome back to week 51 of our Minecraft Let's Play series. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing very well this week. So yeah, it is the penultimate week of this world where we've done a lot in this world. And obviously, I'm not planning to stop anytime soon, but I think that for this week, we should go ahead and start clearing up some of the things that I kind of didn't fully complete when I first built them. It's easier just to show you the book, isn't it? Let me show you what we're doing this week. So yeah, this is what I plan on doing. On this list, as you can probably tell, we have finishing the ender rings on our enderman farm. We had two more rings that I didn't know how I wanted to go ahead and build those, so I now have a plan for that. It's very simple of how I want to do it, but we're going to do it this week. Obviously, I'm going to be working on the villager hall, which is me putting in more villagers, which I think I might do twice this week at different points so that we can get more than just 3 villagers in at once, as well as I want to go ahead and quote unquote finish the wall around it. I have ideas, but I'm gonna go ahead and explain those first when we get to that. And then the courtyard that we made last time, I want to go ahead and decorate that slightly. Then we have some base improvements. I want to go ahead and fix the tunnel that we had built last time, just because if we actually go and look at it, it doesn't really go well into it. I kind of want to add like a ring around it just so that it looks like an actual tunnel. I don't know, just something so it doesn't look like just like a hole into the wall. And then I also want to go ahead and connect up the pathing to it, both on this side and on the side of another portal. Then I want to go ahead and decorate farms this week, mainly our slime farm and our creeper farm, just to give them a little bit more character to them, as well as I have a secret little project here, which, as you see, the first step is to grind withers. Now, in all honesty, this should probably be up on number 4 because we might not get around to decorating the farms this week, but I definitely want to get around to starting up this project, because this project will probably be our villager hall for next year, because, well, it'll be a project that I spend a lot of time on and put in a decent amount of effort into. So yeah, with all that being said, our first thing on our list is actually going to be taking some villagers from our villager breeder and going ahead and dropping them off into the villager hall. So I'm going to be taking these with us, and we're going to head over to our villager hall and get started on that. So I'll meet you guys over actually in the nether. So here is actually our villager breeder portal, and you may see that these villagers never grew up, which is because I did AFK in the nether. I AFK'd in the actual overworld. We also may only notice that there's only 2, and I think that's because to have 3, we needed this open area, so next time I need to fix this back to being the open area it used to be. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead AFK here, let these guys grow up, and I'll move them over to our villager hall. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. And alright, there we go. Those 2 actually cooperate a lot more than these 3 right here. So now what I want to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and work on the wall on the outside. Now, all I'm planning to go ahead and do is take this wall and extend it out to probably, I think about here was where I decided. It's going to be diagonal from here and, you know, aligned with this pillar. So that's the plan. So let's get started. And there we go. Now we have the walls here placed down, as well as the roof on top of them. However, you may notice that I obviously didn't like connect them, and that's because at the moment that's entirely dependent upon whether or not I decide to go ahead and do what I said I was going to do, which was add the auto crafters into this wall, or if I decide to leave them as the glass panes, then I'm just going to cut the walls off right there. Decisions, decisions, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? So for the time being, they're just gonna be left like that, but eventually I will go ahead and finish the wall around here, which once that's done, then we just will have to decorate this area. And speaking of decorating, we're not gonna go ahead and work on this area in here because I just kind of left it like this last time, and I'm not too fond of it looking just like this. So we're gonna go ahead and add in some greenery in here, probably not horribly too much. I'm thinking probably add some leaves, some more moss stuff around here. Go ahead and add in some trees, maybe, probably just some simple oak trees. Just give this a little bit more of a garden vibe than it is just a flat piece of grass. And there we have it. A lot more greenery up here than there was before. I think it honestly turned out pretty nice. It just kind of seems a little bit overgrown, but I kind of like it like that. Add in these blue orchids, bushes, the Minecraft bushes, as well as obviously the trees that are kind of just shading this area. And most of the reason why I added these bushes was because I wanted a reason to add more moss carpets, because these are actually hiding the lamps or the frog lights under them. And this is how it looks from the inside. I think it actually turned out pretty well for where we're going to be looking at it from. But let's see how it looks from the top. Or not from the top, but from the sky. Yeah, no, not bad. It looks strange in some places, sure, but otherwise it's pretty good. So now, with that done, we're actually not going to head back to the base to go ahead and figure out what we're going to do next. What we're going to be doing next is we're going to head to the end to go ahead and finally finish up those rings that are supposed to be going around our enderman farm. So that is actually where I'll meet you guys next. And alright, now that we're here, the way I'm going to be doing this is a little bit strange. I'm going to be going ahead and basically taking dirt so I can make myself a platform around this ring so that I can walk while I'm placing the blocks, which means I need to build it up there first. So yeah, basically I'm going to be up here trying to place blocks like this. This is going to be nerve-wracking. Oh, alright. And now time for the final ring. Let's hope this doesn't take too long. I counted correctly, yay! And there we go. There are the rings finally fully in place. These two rings did actually take as long as I thought they would, but they still did take a decent bit of time. But I'm quite happy with how the result turned out. There's still a few things I want to do with this farm, mainly probably connect the rings using a different type of slab in 8 different directions. And then of course, like I said before, I want to go ahead and take the platform up there and add a little bit of pixel art to that, but that's going to have to wait for another time, because now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead head to our villager breeder so that we can get a few more villagers, and we're going to go ahead and take those guys over to our villager hall. So yeah, I will see you guys. Actually, probably you guys will just see me moving the villagers in, and then I'll meet you guys back at our base. And alright, now that we're back at our base, the thing that we're actually here to do is the fact that I want to go ahead and make this tunnel look a little less, well, make it look like it's actually supposed to be here, because at the moment it just doesn't. It looks a little bit off. So I'm thinking we might add a border around the tunnel, kind of to designate that it's here. And we're also going to do the exact same thing on the other side, as well as I want to go ahead and connect it to this path as well as connect it to the other path over on this side. This side's going to be a lot easier because it's like right here, but I'm not going to touch anywhere near the actual entrance because I still don't know if I want to leave this grass or if I want to go ahead and make this like wood or something. So yeah, small details, but let's get started. Alright, there we go. Some simple changes have been made now. So this path finally goes up and just goes into here, as well as you can probably see that I made the lip around here. I just decided to do stone and brick as well as take the top of that off, which kind of looks weird. I'm going to need to probably terraform this a little bit more, but that's fine for the time being. Then if we go through our tunnel here, I went ahead and opened this up a little bit more. This is no longer just a flat surface, which I would kind of like to do with this. Actually, give me a quick second. It's a little bit better, but yeah, this is a little bit more open now. I went ahead and flattened this out and opened this up as well, but I didn't go further than that because I didn't know if I wanted to go ahead and extend this out. Like I want to have this bridge actually build all the way out into this, which if I do that, then this will probably be wood as well, or if I want to keep it grass and make this path, which might also determine if this is grass or not. But that's not necessarily what I wanted to do. I just wanted to go ahead and clean up the path just a tiny bit, which I think I did an alright job of, and hopefully in the future we can figure out what I actually want to do with this tunnel, because right now it is literally just here, and I don't know, there's a lot of work that could be done with it. But for the time being, let's go ahead and head on to our next project. And that next project is actually going to be our last project for this week, as, well, you may see that I have two things on here, right? We talked about decorating the farms, and I talked about this mysterious project at the bottom. We're not going to be doing one of these, but thankfully, for those who are interested in what number 5 is, this is the one we're actually doing. I went ahead and tried to design some decorations from the slime and creeper farms, and because of the fact that I don't know if I want to increase their size later down the line, I didn't know if I wanted to touch them. So I just left it as is, and instead we will be working on this single project. But first, that requires us to go to our wither skeleton farm and go ahead and grab some of the wither skeleton skulls, preferably, I believe 12. Then go to our end portal so that we can quote unquote fight these withers. So that we can get their nether stars. Repeat the process 3 more times. Also, we can make 4 beacons. Now you may be wondering, why do we need 4 beacons? And the reason is this. This is the mining hole that, if you've actually seen like the beginning of the videos for weeks at this point, you know I've been working on this for a while. And I've gotten it all the way down to where bedrock starts. And now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and start working on the build project that was in here. And you might be wondering, what build project? Well, for a while, one of the builds I've wanted to do was a mining town, and I thought it would be good to have a mining town in the ground. And then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make this a 64 block circle. And my god, I didn't realize how big of a project this was going to be, but I ended up working on it, and this is how it ended up. Now I want to go ahead and add 4 beacons in this circle and make them out of different materials. The 4 materials that aren't netherite. So we're gonna have a gold beacon, an iron beacon, an emerald beacon, and a diamond beacon. And as you can see, I already have the gold beacon down there. That's set up. But I'm not sure if I have everything else. I'm pretty sure I have emeralds, but I think that all the diamonds and iron that I'm going to need are going to come from this. So I'm going to start taking all these back. And yeah, we definitely should have enough as long as I use fortune on these, but we shall see. So yeah, let me go grab the materials to actually make the pyramids for the beacons. Alright, so diamonds, we're definitely gonna have to go ahead and break up some of the ores. I wasn't too surprised on that. Emeralds we have in spades, a lot more than I thought we did. So that's all we're gonna need for a full beacon. And of course we're gonna need to smelt a lot of iron. So I think that is what we're gonna do first, is go ahead and get the iron started. I'm also gonna need to break some coal down for that too then. And while all that iron is smelting, we will work on breaking down this ore, which we probably don't even have enough diamond ore to be honest, but we'll see. I highly doubt it though. Alright, so this is how many diamonds we actually have. So we're about 22 blocks of diamonds short, so I guess that one's gonna have to wait for a bit. So I'll just stay in there for now. And we'll put the beacon in here so I remember to actually bring those with. So now we just wait for all this iron to finish smelting. Oh, counted it perfectly. Alright, cool. So now that we have all these blocks, there's honestly, I don't even need to bring in a shulker box because there's not that many here. We'll go ahead and take these over to the mining hole and activate 3 beacons because, like I said, we still got a ways to go for the diamonds. Actually, I'll bring these with us just so that I can at least start placing them down too. Alright, so first we take out this beacon. Alright, now that it's broken, let's figure out where I actually want to go ahead and place these down. Now, we're going to have it be symmetrical, obviously, so this will be where the gold one is. Here we'll have iron. Over here we'll have emerald. And then finally, we'll go ahead and get started on the diamond one over here, even though we won't be able to finish it. And I guess we'll just place the beacon in here for now to have it actually like shoot our beam up. So yeah, there we go. There are almost 4 completely full beacons. Let's activate the 3 that are full beacons though. Iron, we'll go ahead and give ourselves strength 2. Emerald we'll go ahead and give ourselves speed 2, and gold we'll actually go ahead and give ourselves resistance 2. So now we can go ahead and move faster through here. We could take more damage, but we could also take out enemies if need be. Now there's 2 things I want to actually go ahead and kind of talk about with this, because it's a little bit different from how I have done it. I'm not going to have haste anymore on this build because I don't want to be accidentally breaking blocks too fast that I want to actually keep. I'm also not going to knock out these diamond ores because, yes, while they would help to our total of diamonds to maybe even finishing up this pyramid, I like to keep the ores in here because it feels more genuine. But now, what we're going to do, now that we have all the beacons down, is I'm actually going to add a ring of deep slate around here, just on the lip, and we're going to add some water into the base of this. Just because I think for when we actually make this a town, it would make more sense to have water at the bottom. Not too much though, we're going to add maybe like 2 layers. Alright, layer 1. And there we go. All the water has been placed, and it is a lot safer around here actually now. Who knows, maybe I should add like some dolphins in here or something. Give this place a little bit of life. We'll see about that. For right now, that's all I wanted to do on this. Not too much, but very, very expensive. Honestly, doesn't even look symmetrical till you stand about here. But that is everything that I wanted to do for this week. Besides the creeper and slime farm though, but that I'm not too worried about. But nonetheless, I thank you all for watching. We went ahead and worked on enderman farm, did this, as well as worked on our villager hall a little bit more, and tidied up the tunnels around our base. But I hope you know now that this means that next week will be our 52nd week into this world, meaning it'll be 1 year of this world actually existing. And I think I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Next week, it's going to be a world tour. We're going to be showing off the things we did over the year and seeing where this world will go next. So yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to that. You guys take care, have a great week, and I'll see you guys hopefully for that world tour. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.